The player to coach pipeline is one of the most popular in sports. An overwhelming majority of coaches right now play football at the very top level. From Pep Guardiola to Carlo Ancelotti to Mikel Arteta, Enrique, Xabi Alonso, Zinédine Zidane, you name them. But which of the current football players will follow in the footsteps of those great men and become top managers in the next couple of years? That's what we're here to talk about today. These are 10 footballers who will make elite coaches, and for this video, we'll only be talking about active footballers, so players like David Silva, Toni Kroos, and Adam Lallana, who are recently retired, will not be considered, even though we think they might make good coaches someday. Let's now get to the list. First has to be Thiago Silva. Everything about that man screams gaffer. The way he brilliantly reads the game on the pitch, the way he leads his team and motivates his teammates as a captain, and the way he always seems to be one step ahead of his opponents, these are the exact qualities you want in a coach. He already spends his free time studying games and experimenting with tactics on his whiteboard. So yeah, Thiago Silva becoming a top coach is the most obvious thing ever. Another former Premier League star who will make a top coach is Kevin De Bruyne. The way his brain works is just astonishing. Just from the passes he makes on the pitch, you can tell that he sees the game very differently from how many players see it. This will certainly make him stand out as a coach. It surely also helps that he's had great influences throughout his career. For 9 years, he played under a man who's regarded as the greatest coach the sport has ever seen. Now, he's playing under legendary manager Antonio Conte. Don't forget, he also played for Manuel Pellegrini, and even though just for a very short time, he also played under Jose Mourinho. With how much he has learned from these top coaches, we are pretty sure De Bruyne has what it takes to make a top coach. But he's not the only midfielder on this list who played under Pep Guardiola. There are 3 more actually. Can you guess who they are? Take a shot in the comments and we'll see if you're right soon. While you're there, if you aren't yet subscribed to the channel, go do that right away so that you never miss out on our amazing content. But now, let's talk about Luka Modric. Another really brilliant midfielder here. He's already a brilliant leader and we just know he will go on to make a good manager. One thing that could really make him stand out as a coach is his experience as an underdog. He played for Spurs and still plays for Croatia, so he knows how to thrive with underdogs, and that could be an X factor for him when he becomes a coach. He also had the privilege to learn from top coaches including Carlo Ancelotti, Zinédine Zidane, Rafa Benitez, and Jose Mourinho. He definitely has picked up a thing or two from them through the years. Up next is Granit Xhaka. There's just something about his personality that screams top coach. He's proven to be a great leader who can always motivate a team, and even though it has sometimes landed him in trouble, his passion for the sport is unmistakable. He might actually end up like Mikel Arteta. He wasn't exactly the best player during his playing days, but was a great captain and turned out to be a really good coach. Don't count Xhaka out, guys. He looks like he will make a super passionate coach like the likes of Antonio Conte and Diego Simeone. Now remember we said that there are 3 other midfielders on this list who played under Pep Guardiola. One of them is Ilkay Gundogan. His understanding of the game, eloquence in interviews and mentality are altogether a very good recipe for a top coach. The way he interprets space on the pitch shows a really superior IQ, and that will reflect well in a coaching career. On top of that, he's worked with some of the very best footballing minds of this generation, from Pep Guardiola to Jurgen Klopp to Thomas Tuchel, Julian Nagelsmann, and Xavi. Gundogan has learned from the best and brightest mind. No doubt that he will make a top coach one day. But we can talk about the space interpretation without talking about the OG, Thomas Muller. Not many very successful attackers end up being top coaches. I mean, we also saw Thierry Henry and Wayne Rooney try and fail a couple of times, but with Muller, it's just different. He's so brilliant, reads the game like only a few, and he's very bossy. You see him on the pitch, he never gives up, and he's the one always motivating his team, trying to get them over the line when there's not much left in the tank. And oh, His sarcasm and sense of humor make him great at interviews, and those are qualities most of the top coaches have these days. So yeah, we think Muller will make an elite coach. Now, from a former Bayern player to a current one, let's talk about Joshua Kimmich. This is the second midfielder who played under Pep. There's one more person, but we're pretty sure nobody's going to get that one right. Let's focus on Kimmich. The German has played and done well in different positions, and that could help make him a good coach, as he will be able to see the game from different perspectives. And there's something about players whose game is to do simple things to a high degree. They are usually able to relate to the most players on their level. One reason the most skillful players don't make great coaches is that they tend to expect everyone to do what they can do with the same ease. No wonder guys like Maradona, Rooney and Omri didn't exactly crack it as coaches. A player like Kimmich, who is known for being a simple man, could really make a top manager. And he has played under some really top coaches like Pep Guardiola, Carlo Ancelotti, Julian Nagelsmann, Hansi Flick and Jupp Heynckes. His experience with these really brilliant managers with different styles is surely shaping him to become a really good manager one day. Now, this next guy might be young, but he definitely has it in him to be a top coach one day. And we are talking about Pedri. He's just 22 years old, but the way he reads the game is just incredible. On top of that, he's already a leader. You can see from how he motivates his team on the pitch and how they look up to him. These are some qualities that make a top manager, and it definitely helps that at a very young age, he's already been tutored by some really bright footballing minds like Xavi, Hansi Flick and Luis Enrique. He definitely has a lot more to learn, but we can definitely see Pedri making a top manager at the end of his career. Now, from a current Barcelona player to a former one, let's not talk about the last midfielder on the list who played under Pep Guardiola. Did you guess Sergio Busquets? If you did, then you were absolutely right. Do we even have to say much about him? The way his brain works is just absolutely insane. He's always in complete control, and it seems like he always breaks down the game to the slowest pace. Because of the position he plays, he often sees the whole pitch, and having revolutionized his position as a footballer, he could very well do the same as a coach. And here's the thing, deep-lying midfielders often make great coaches. Pep Guardiola, Antonio Conte, Carlo Ancelotti and Diego Simeone all played in that deep midfield role at some point in their careers. And even more recently, we've seen Xabi Alonso, Mikel Arteta and Xavi follow the deep-lying midfielder to top coach pipeline. Busquets also played under intelligent coaches like Pep Guardiola, Luis Enrique and Vicente de Bosque. So you would imagine that he's learned a lot about coaching from these brilliant minds. We'll now wrap up this video with Juan Mata. Yes, he's still an active footballer, currently playing his football for Western Sydney Wanderers in Australia. Everything that makes a top coach, he has it. He played on the biggest stages and won the biggest trophies. He played in different countries from Spain to England to Turkey. He also played under some of the best coaches of this generation, from Luis van Gaal to Jose Mourinho to Vicente de Bosque and Rafael Benitez. And with Mata, it's not just about speculation. He already started the process of getting his coaching badges in 2023. So he will begin his coaching career soon. And considering the brain he has, we'll expect that he will be a successful one. Are there more current footballers that you think will make top coaches? Drop their names in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Also, turn on the bell notification so that you never miss out on new content. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye!